Hello everybody, I am Moldy, and this is Crashlands 2 once again. In the last episode, I ran around like a jackass gathering materials that I should have gathered off camera, but I didn't because, like I said, I'm a jackass. And we beat the hell out of a Hank. Also got us a new sword. So yeah. Anyway, time to tell people that we can actually beat the Hanks now. We've got a solution for the Hanks. Well, don't keep us in suspense. What'd you find? That large facility y'all saw in the basalt flats, it holds a machine called a fabricator. If you know what kind of instructions to give it, it can make just about anything Cora. Yeah, I know how y'all feel about working with Cora, but kinda have to right now. Look, I know how we all feel about her, but she's been steadily helping out since the Husk. She seems committed to stopping Guide. She and Owee worked together to come up with my new boots and gloves. That's how we're breaking through the Hank's shields. This fabricator sounds like an important piece of tech we should hold. Is it in a defensible position? There's a choke point, but Guide could, in theory, just beam bots in. We've been working on that. Some of our callers can beatbox a frequency that jams his signals, but it only works in a concentrated area. It requires echoes. If this thing can make what we need to break a Hank's shield, it's worth a try. A small pod guard ought to do it. Besides, it's about time Cora and I had a talk face to face. You keep working with her for now, Frux, since she's helping make inroads. We got a little prep to do, and then we'll make our way over there. Cora said she was investigating a few leads. I'll check in on her progress. Hell yeah. And hopefully she doesn't just betray us, which seems entirely possible, but she probably wouldn't betray us until after we've stopped Guide. Maybe. Anyway, here's the fabricator. Cora, you there? We never did establish a reliable means of communication with her. So do we just wait here, or poof? Hiya, sweets. How those armor bits and bobs work out? They do exactly what we want them to, and they're comfy to boot. And glove. So, you know, I think Guide's getting suspicious about us meeting here. I caught a few scamps patrolling, took care of them, but no worries, I told the council all about the fabricator, and it's important enough that they're going to send some backup. That's good, a real good counterpoint to the info I have to share. Those leads I mentioned, I was hoping they'd turn out to be nothing, but they're not nothing. What were they? I don't know exactly. I detected some massive power surges in the area, and that matched Guide's energy signature. 4 of them. They map out to 4 facilities around here that used to be for bot production, but that were shut down a while ago. But now a bunch of power is being diverted to them, and security is super tight. I can't even port in and out of them like I'd normally be able to do with BS facilities. I don't know what Guide's doing in those buildings, but I think he thinks it's important, so it's gotta be important for us to find out, right? We actually checked one of those facilities earlier, but ran into a problem pretty quick. We can't get in the door. They're guarded by upgraded watchers. We can't sneak past them. Oh, so Guide's deployed the Omni Watchers, huh? Yeah, that will be a problem. You're familiar with them? Sure am. I didn't really use them. Watchers are cheaper. They mostly use visual detection, and that's good enough to keep things out of place. Also, those Omni Watchers, they like to watch you do nasty things. They're always poking their heads in the bathroom on you, looking through the cracks in the stall door, saying, "Hey, you done yet?" They really creep people out, so big HR violation there. Most of the time. Omni-Watchers are a specialized solution for corporate espionage. They're good at only letting specific things in. The bots will be transmitting a rolling encryption passkey to get through. So we can't sneak past them, but we can spoof past, trick the Omni-Watchers into letting us in by transmitting the right key. I mean, sure, if you had the right key, cracking that's not gonna be easy. You need someone who's really good at signal spoofing. And didn't we have somebody do a signal spoofer before? A certain nerd named Kleewick? It just so happens I know a guy. You seem to know lots of guys. That's true. It's nice to have friends. Well, guess it's back to Kleewick then. It was Kleewick who made that signal spoofer before, wasn't it? I feel like it was Kleewick who did that. I can't imagine anyone else who would have did a signal spoofing. Oh, right, you was researching that. Also, research this. And talk to the damn guy. Kleewick, we found a defective scamp out in the field. Think you can do something with it?
Like break it down for scrap?
No, not exactly. I'm wondering if it can be restored somehow.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Nope. But think about it. If it works, pet scamp!
There's no talking you out of this, huh? Kleewick better run his full suite of diagnostics before you set that thing loose. Well, I'm happy to see what I can do, but maybe you should check with Grawl first. They might have some feelings about sharing a home with a bot. Ahem. Present company excluded, of course.
Anyway, that's beside the point. I need to talk to you about other things. Kleewick, I've got an interesting problem for you to mull over.
What kind of problem? A cryptographic one. Oh, I love cryptography. What's going on?
Guides deployed some upgraded watchers.
Omni-Watchers?
Yes, Juicebox Omni-Watchers. Please refrain from butting into conversations that you're not part of. I got a sword, and I won't hesitate to smack you with it. To guard a few facilities, and we want to know why, but we can't sneak past them as usual, and since your spoofer works so well in the mantle...
I'm sure I can make some modifications to the signal spoofer. That's his an idea is brewing face. I've got an idea. I could integrate signal spoofing components into pieces of your armor. That way you can keep your hands free.
I love a good quality of life feature.
Well, I'll handle the spoofy parts, but Owee will be better at figuring out the armor pieces. Oh yay, we get to work together. We'll need more efficient power source first. Though it'll take a lot of juice. I've got notes on that somewhere around here. Sorry, got lost in thought. You just let me know when you want me to get working on that power source, okay?
And it sounds like you'd better start researching that. And ignoring the Geiga Blaster. Not interested in bombs at the moment. Anyway, Owee. Research. Exo spoofing. Breaker exosuit. So yes, do that research and... Oh, Grawl's got a new tool in the works. Hard Light Omni tool. Omni Harvester. Does that do the roles of both plant chopper and pickaxe? If so, that would be great. And yeah, we can talk to you about the fucking... If I could get you to talk about the scamp idea. Uh-oh. You got that look on your face that says, you're about to ask me something I won't like. Grawl, I'm wounded. When have I ever... Just ask. We found a defective scamp, and Kleewick can maybe fix it up, which means we'd have a pet scamp. But he said I should ask you first, so can we keep it? Can we please?
One of those bureau bots? Absolutely not. Those things are dangerous.
Not this one. This one is friend-shaped. Maybe. At least it could be.
Fine, but it's gonna live with me, and if it so much as makes one wrong beep or boop, my staff's going straight through its motherboard.
Yay! I'll have Kleewick start working on it right away. Or we can let him finish research on that power armor that we need. We don't need to up fucking Garden's comfort right now. But yeah. Ray lamps, decor items, make the room even bigger so you can research that a little bit faster. Now, how many ray lamps can I make right now? I would imagine I'd have the materials to make a big bunch of them, but yeah, I can make 32 of those things. And there's 5. You already got 1 in here, so ray lamps. There is some of these for you. Is that enough for your comforts? I think. Yeah, that's the 6 ray lamps. It also needs more space and some luxuries. Well, let's get to room expanding, shall we? Now, if I was to come over this way and start fucking zapping away shit, gotta clean out some plants first. Few too many of those in one spot, you know. Alright. Zappity zap zap. We're cleaning out some dirt here to make way for bigger room for Owee. Alright. Now then, what kind of walls we working with here? Pop cork. Nice. Cheap. It's what we got. Must be placed on a floor. Forgot about that little caveat. Anyway, need some floor. Need even more floor. We'll have you researching shit real quick like, as soon as we have more floor to work with. Okay, that room's bigger. So, that good enough? No. And I might have accidentally taken out some of the Grumblestone walls, which is a bit of an oopsie. So yeah, remove, place some grumblies. That enough grumbles? Yeah, it's enough grumbles. But that room still isn't very large. Now, if I was to do some of this, would that make your room very large? Yeah, that is very large. And 13 decor items, tables, chairs, luxuries, etc. What kind of chairs we got? What's the cheapest chair we can make? We can just make it a room full of chairs. Just said that it needs chairs, tables, decorations. So, here we go. Make some of those. That's probably enough. There's a worm in here. Take that, worm. Now then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. There you go. Nice and comfortable because you've got a shit ton of stools to sit on. Ahem. Owee! How's that for acoustics? Up-dee-diddly-dum-doo-ah. Flux, this is perfect. Thank you so much. Your voice really carries. Kleewick said something like that the other day. The only other time he's heard resonance like mine was when he and Nick Sewell played in the old Rubus Amphitheater together. Apparently there's a Rubus podium there that really amplifies your voice. I kinda wanna try it.
A forgotten Brubus amphitheater? A perfect place for lost treasure. Anyone else hear a cha-ching, or was that just me?
Did Kleewick mention where this amphitheater is, Owee? He said the husk has changed a lot, so he's not sure about the exact location anymore, but he gave me some general directions. Up for a field trip? Really? Yes, I'm ready to go whenever you are.
Well, that's gonna have to wait until after you do that research on that armor we need. Armor comes first, then maybe we'll do that if I'm not feeling too lazy. So yeah, that's getting nice and researchy. And that other comfort of yours calls for something that I don't have the recipe for, doesn't it? Or maybe it was Kleewick I was thinking of. 2 tables next to each other so I can have space for eating with friends. At least 4 seats. Oh no, I can do that. I can make you some tables right now. Assuming I actually have the materials. These are the chairs. I need the tables. Where do we put the goddamn tables in this thing? Table, table, table. I know there's a table. There's a Rabel. And I need more Ray Blade to make another Rabel. You need 2 of those, don't ya? 2 tables, plenty of chairs, something I can manage. Get your comfort zone maxed out. Okay. And now, table, that's a chair. You don't need any more chairs, you got plenty. There we go. Now your room's as comfy as possible. Anything else to say? This is perfect. Now all that is missing is a giant pile of steamed fish. You wanna go fishing together? I would love that. And I'd love to see what fishing is like in the husk. Do you know a spot?
Flux's inability to not help any sapient entity who asks makes her annoyingly efficient at exploration.
Westwatch has some good fishing going on. Let's go there. I'm ready to go when you are.
Except I ain't ready to go, and that might actually lead us to being able to fish up some big nopes for the purpose of making Yola's bone out in the Aquadunes. Anyway, you got your comforts. We need that research done, which is now done. Yeah. And also, we can get that helmet going. Hell yeah, son. And the forge burner, I like the sound of that, but I don't like the fact that it doesn't cut things. What all do I need to make that breaker armor that'll allow us to sneak past some boys? Some ingots and that thing Kleewick was researching. Yeah, that. And it's also got to be done at the fabricator, of course. How's Kleewick coming along on that research? I haven't checked in on him. Almost! Might be a good idea to up his comforts, too, to get that coming out faster. What kind of comforts do you want, boy? Yeah, you got that scroll box. Oh, it was you. Yeah, you needed the rib rock table or the blether or tuculent stools. Well, the stools I can manage. It's just the rib rock table I don't have the recipe for. Brubus style containers and Brubus style lights. I might have that on hand. Might. So, Brubus containers and Brubus chairs. Or stools, or... I already forgot what it was. Okay, containers and lights. That's what it was. And that's a bomb. That ain't a container. That ain't a light. So, yeah, blether stool, root bag, a sitting stone, pop drawer. No, that ain't Brubus. You've already got a scroll box. Tender band, wicker barrel. Yeah. Fuck. Short on blether. But what about this? Yeah, I can make that. Those wick bowl lamps. You need those, don't ya? Ya want those? Oh, are you done researching already? Yes, yes you are. Well, I guess your comforts can go fuck themselves then. A roboport, a nest for the... I would assume for the scamp, but I ain't too
fucking... I ain't too concerned about that. Now then, fucking thingamabob, the guy, the doohickey you just researched, how do I make that? Or do I just pull that out of an enemy? Where's the fucking... my brain refuses to work right now. This guy. Make it out of a bioloom. Okay, so it is something that I make. I just need to find it in the goddamn menu, and it is right there. Yep, and I need more magmagite shards, which means I need more fucking these. Okay. Magmagite shards. We make the hard light reactor thing, and then we make chest plate that'll let us through the Omni Watchers. That's what we need. Also need some of these things, cause power parfaits and snow scoops and shit. What did I just find? It's a BS door. Okay, that is something I'm never going to make because I'm not too fond of Vero architecture. Oh boy. Come on, Hank. Quit being alive. There you go. One more problem solved. We got the materials to make those reactor boys. And then we're gonna need more biosteel ingots because why the fuck wouldn't we? We'll get that armor once we got those. Don't need to make more of those bombs. It's these guys that I need to make. Boom, baby. Hard light reactors. And now for the ingots, and I should probably be looking at that instead of the suit, and yep, the scouring paste. And I just need to kill Volbs. You almost done with that helmet research, by the way? Yeah, almost. God damn, that fucking all those comforts for you really make a difference, don't they? You've got a frog jumping around in your room, Owee. Maybe it's your pet. I'm not gonna murder your pet. Not today. Some other day, maybe. Just not this day. Anyway, I'm all out of time for this episode. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll just see you again in the next one. Goodbye.